On the June general election ballot, voters will be asked if they want to change the current election cycle to coincide with state and federal elections. Are you in favor of changing the election cycle, or do you believe that it should remain as is? And please explain it as specifically as you possibly can.
I adamantly say vote no on the advisory question. The reason being is that I believe that municipal elections are more important to you in your everyday life than any other election you will ever vote in. You know, when we elect a president, what we do is we elect a leader of a whole country. They can make policies, and those don't take effect for a year, 2 years, whatever it is. In a municipal election, the people that you're looking at doing that same, thing, making a policy here, that can affect your life next week. I feel like municipal elections should stay separate because they will get buried in the slog of things that go on during a general election. That's very much evidenced by the fact that during our last general election, ask yourself, what did you really know about any of the judges that were running? And probably it's very little. Those are important positions, yet we went and voted on them, and unless you chose to just skip over that question, you didn't know a lot about who you were voting for. We had the League of Women Voters had a breakfast meeting. Not a lot of people showed up because Sharon Angle was in town, proving that the bigger election drew the bigger crowd. The League of Women Voters was notified that this was going to come about and was asked to support it. The League said no, but that we would write pros and cons. And I'm saying we because I am one of the founders of the League here. I was one of the charter members. But when I say that, I'm trying to be as objectionable, I'm not representing the League today. I'm representing myself. But what happened was, when you start looking at it, one of their rationalizations was, oh, it's going to come in line with more places in Clark County. And it's not Needles, there's some others, there's Searchlight is the only other city that has the elections the same time as the general. So that was completely untrue. As you evidenced by right now, what's going on is all the municipal elections in other places in Clark County. When you do the math, they said that we would save like $42,000 per election cycle. Okay. And actually that has not been verified by Larry Lomax down at the election department. That's just kind of a guess. But let's use that because that's the number they use. When you take $42,000, and let's also use not the 15,000, but the 18,000 people, we're going to split the difference. They say 21. Census says 15. Let's split the difference and say 18. Roughly 18,000 citizens or residents in Mesquite. Simply do the math. It boils down to something like 13 cents a month. I have the figures I could dig out, but we won't do that right now. But it boils down to some minuscule amount a month per citizen. Is that enough for you to give up your municipal elections so that you can focus, just like you are now, on who you want running your city government that's going to affect your everyday life?